Bonsai. Today we're going to talk about surface moss, the finishing touch for a lot of bonsais that gives you a feeling of a grassy setting for your tree. When I lived in Philadelphia, we used to have a place called Pennypack Park where I used to be able to go near the creek and find nice samples of moss. Down here in Florida, at least where I live, it's a lot tougher. The moss will grow, but then the sun will bake it and create just crunchy stuff. But I just went this morning and looked around the ball field where I usually go, and I found some examples of moss. And let me show you what I found. Okay, this is it. Right now I've wet it down to clean it off so the color doesn't look too good. But actually, this is okay. This moss will make a comeback and should be alright. Let's show you what the technique is here for putting it on your plants. First plant we're going to start with here is this little acacia tree. And it's got a lot of new growth coming in here since it's been transplanted into the sphagnum moss. It's got, like I said, a lot of new growth coming out here. It looks like it's very happy where it is. Now let's do a real simple and easy moss covering on this plant. First I'm going to clean the backs of this moss off because it grew up in sand. And if you look, you'll see the sand. I'm just going to try and clear out some of it with a light spray. I don't want to destroy the moss under there, but if you just take your time, you'll see a lot of the sand will wash away. And you don't have to get it all. And in fact, even doing this, now when I look at the other side, you'll see that a lot of sand has been transferred to the top. And what will happen is in your plant, whatever extra sand you have will just percolate through and will eventually leave the pot at the bottom. Okay, so that's a decent looking piece. Let's see what we can do with it. Well, it's nice to have big pieces. The trick is, when you press down, have water come up through it so you can see the water coming up through the moss. Then you know it's in good contact. That is the trick. Okay, I don't need such a big piece here. I'm going to work with this piece here. I want to clean it off. Okay, here's our next piece. Let's see where we can put that. And the nice thing about moss is you can just trim it as you go along. And add your pieces. And just remember to push down hard, get that water through it. Moss is a bryophyte. That means it's a plant that has no roots. It gets its water from the surface. And we got another piece of moss. Okay. Another little area here. Okay, you just may just want to push things into the edge so it looks nice. And I don't want to get it all, well I wouldn't mind getting it all with moss, but I can leave a couple little spots here and that'll grow in over time. And now I'm just going to water this down a little. Little light spray. Okay, and that's pretty much all there is to it. We'll try another one, see how it goes. This is the bald cypress. Now, if you remember, it had a lot of dead and yellowish leaves on this thing because it was root bound. Yesterday I went and trimmed off just about every dead thing I could find on here. It's got a nice green look about it. It's definitely growing new stuff and doing well in the sphagnum moss. Let's see what this thing looks like when we cover it up with the moss. Okay, we got a nice big piece here. I think I'm going to try and lay in here. And you just make a little cutting to go around the branches that are coming down. Pushing it good, gets the good contact. Okay, let's get another piece. Okay, I got another fairly large sheet here. I want to just place in here. And take little pieces and put them in the little spots. So as I was saying at one point, moss gets surface water. That's what keeps them alive. It's no roots in there. So they could use a spraying or just a regular watering will keep them in good shape. Biggest problem I have with the moss is the squirrels. The squirrels here like to dig up my plants and plant their own seeds or look in mine for seeds. See if we got a little piece here, just for up top here. Okay, so now we have the cypress mossed up, and in a week or two this should look pretty decent. So you can do this too. You just have to find a good source of moss. It's not easy, depends on where you live. Have fun with your bonsai.